Okay, guys, here we go. We have a video with Leaflit today. I actually made the mistake of recording this, but having my audio and mic muted. So, uh, I'm going to rewatch this again and I guess go over the same points I had in this video. But apparently, YouTube gave her a copyright strike. It's for it was something really stupid. I'm not gonna rewatch the whole video again, but I'll give him a few points on here.
Guys, we have a bit of a...
So essentially, Leaflet gets a copyright strike, which says I guess tweeted out to YouTube, says you've removed and given a strike on one of my most recent videos due to harassment and cyberbullying policy, which according to you is, and I quote, content that targets someone with prolonged insults or slurs based on their intrinsic attributes. This includes, but is not limited to, content that's uploaded with the intent to shame, deceive, or insult a minor. The minor in question in the video in question is where Simon H. Collins plays with his kids, and in one instance calls them little bastards as an affectionate nickname. Policing how parents express love to their children, what was obviously happening in the scene feels deeply dystopian. Many of us have memories of being called things like little monsters with affection, and trying to reframe that as abuse is ghoulish. I hope this is some kind of a mistake or an action caused by an overzealous moderator, which I believe honestly it probably was an overzealous moderator. I don't think this was done by a mistake or like AI. If this is indeed against the rules, please say this plainly that you think this kind of enduring moment is too far for your policies. So Leaflet attaches a clip below. I think I have it pulled up somewhere, right? Yeah, I do. All right, so I'm gonna probably censor out the video to a little bit. I'll play it some. So in here, the kids are just playing around. Uh, they're doing a
What are
little.
you doing?
So kids are being kids. They're being a little dumb. I I used to do similar shit like this when I was real young. I remember having a bunk bed myself, and there was another bed in my room. What me and my brother used to do all the time, we would jump from that top of the bunk bed until to the other bed. We would just do it over and over. Eventually, I wish my parents did what this guy did. At least, I'll just watch.
Torsten? Well,
So the kid jumps over. Dad says, "Hey, that's not safe."
Titan?
She's gonna do the same thing. Kids being kids. It doesn't hurt at all. Hey, it's kids.
What are you little doing?
Right, exactly. That's not. I do not. This nothing wrong with this here. You know what happened when I was growing up with this? If this was me and my brother, my dad would have came running that room so fast with a belt, and we would have got a belt to ass. I'm not shitting you. There would have been the amount of screaming that would have been done that day. Oh, I'm telling you, and it's so crazy. I think about that back then. Like I can remember every single ass whooping I got growing up. It is.
Stop it.
Damn, it's there's nothing wrong with this. Yeah, as someone like me, and my brother, we were abused from our dad growing up. Not sexually, anything like that. Thank God, but we used to get belt to ass on a like it felt like sometimes like a weekly to monthly basis. Some things were just really dumb. I remember getting my ass beat so bad when I was growing up because I had a can of Vienna sausages and I fed my dog. I was probably 6 years old at the time. A single Vienna sausage. I got my ass beat for it so bad because it was we don't waste food in this house. Uh it's a, I can go sit there and list every single ass beating I've ever gotten because I trust you. People don't realize this. When you beat your kids, they will not forget it. I can remember. Like I said, I can remember every single one. I am still for capital punishment. but to an extent, I disagree with how my dad did it to us. But I remember times when my parents got divorced. My dad would come in the room so drunk. Me, my twin brother, my older brother, and my cousin. We'd be all in the room. We'd be watching my older brother play the PS1. He'd be playing at this time. He was playing Nightmare Creatures. Never forget it. It's a really old PS horror game. Dad walks in the room and he's got 2 cigarettes in his mouth. I'm like 12 years old at the time. I can't help it. I start laughing at him. He's like, "What's so funny, boy?" I said, "You got 2 cigarettes in your mouth." Oh, you think that's funny? How about I go down there and beat you and your mom's ass? Would you think that's funny? There's just pure silence in the whole room. You could not have imagined how scary that shit was back then. You know, when my dad was going through that divorce, the amount of shit we had to deal with, it led to eventually my older brother just moved out and we were stuck. It just me and my brother. We were there by ourselves the entire time. And my dad, he would be steady drinking, be passed out on the couch. Like, this is nothing, man. Like, this is nothing. Like, I can't believe like you're so upset over this. This little comment he made, like jokingly. Like, what did you want him to do? To beat his kid's ass instead? Or just, hey, stop that.
They nuke your channel. But you have a pre-strike. So you have like a 0 strike that if you get
So, unfortunately said I did watch this video. I got close to done and then I realized I wasn't even recording. So it is what it is. So I'll go back over. Let's go. What else she says? Let's go about maybe.
that's like the kind of society we've set up. And if you contrast that to like early America, where like people that were willing to take risks and people that were willing to really do great things, those are the people that were that prospered. And now we live in a society in which the more depraved and the more
Live in a society where everybody wants everything for themselves. Nobody wants to work for anything anymore. That's the way it is right here.
more depraved you are, the more of a fucking coward you are, the more you prosper. It's like the incentive is completely flipped nowadays compared to before. And we have total situations right now where there are so many people that exist nowadays. Like, I'm just being real, guys. Where's the lie in this? There are so many people that exist nowadays that would not exist if this was like hundreds of years ago. You would just die. There are so many people nowadays. And all of those people have equal power to all the people that wouldn't. The main issue is that Quangos are only able to become problems in peaceful societies. Yes, exactly. Like, if you think of it, like back in the day, if you were like a fucking Quango like this, you would get dueled. Like
yes.
All sorts of shit would happen to you. Like, you couldn't.
Yeah, if you had an argument or disagreement with somebody and you just like that, like, yeah, good luck with that. You
do this in like another society, like you would just get challenged to a duel and then you would fucking die, right? Like, I'm just being real. Or like you wouldn't prepare for winter and then you would die. Like, the kinds of people we have right now that are,
yeah, a lot of people take things for granted, that we have now.
Absolute scallywags, they would get fucking beat up by the town guard. You would get put in the fucking stockade. You know what I mean? Like, actually, like, if you did this, like, they would put your ass in the middle of the town square in the stockades, and everyone would throw fucking tomatoes at you. That's literally what happened before, right? And again, these people are the ones that are prospering. These are the ones that are abusing the system. They're pulling everybody down. Literally everybody. They're lowering everybody else's capability. And it's like I said, a lot of these people wouldn't even exist if this was like hundreds of years ago. You would literally just die. Like, there would be nobody to give you free shit from the government. None of that. You would be dead. You would be like in the forest in winter. It would be freezing, and then you would just die in the snow. And it's like, because of how society has evolved, because of how we have achieved such comforts, right? Really comforts. I mean, like, I'm just being real. Like, being alive today, God bless. You know what I mean? Like, can you imagine like being alive in like the days where like barbarians could sack your village and grape all your women, enslave all your children? We don't live in that anymore, at least in the West, right? And you have these absolute
Yeah, at
freaks,
least we shouldn't.
dude. They would not be able to even survive, let alone reproduce. And now we're like full of them. I'm just being real. This is why, dude, there's that one person I shit talked this one person, and I told them that, actually it was Hassan. I shit talked Hassan, and I said the only reason you even exist is because of the modern society. Your existence right now is a testament to like the effectiveness of human society right now. Because if human society wasn't as brutally effective as it is now, and we weren't living in such comfort, you would be dead. It's so fucking annoying.
It's true. Well, you know, Hassan always had like political ties way back then. But like there was times before like he wasn't as unhinged as he is now. You know, I remember back in the day when Hassan would actually play video games or do other content that wasn't political. The dude was actually very entertaining. I enjoyed watching him. You know, I'm not gonna say I was his tier 1 or tier 3 sub, but he was genuinely entertaining and fun to watch back in the day. I love watching his old GTA RP GTA RP streams. And you know, and you know, a lot of Hassan's to this day, he still gets flack for his comments about 9/11. You know, Asriel even defended on to it, and I understand what he meant by that. Granted, I do not think he should have said it because the way it can be spun by anybody, to him being American hating. But Hassan made comments essentially what it boiled down to. If you just look at it the way I see it, is that he was saying, look, if you wouldn't be fucking with the snake, you never would have got bit. That's essentially what he was saying about America when it came to the Middle East. Yeah, we got bit because we were fucking with them. So I understand that's why he said we deserved it for what happened. Obviously, he still shouldn't have said it because you know people are gonna misconstrue his words and take it a different way. He shouldn't have said it. But now this dude is so unhinged. It's like I don't know if anybody remember seeing the video, but there used to be a video of some woman walking up to him was like, "Hey, you can't drink that. They're doing something or they support some country." It was like she was telling me he couldn't drink Coca-Cola or Pepsi. I can't remember which drink it was, but that's what she came up to him because they something to do with they supported one. I can't remember if it was Palestine or Israel. I really don't. I honestly don't know. I don't give a fuck about most what's going on in the other countries, but that's just to show that's how crazy his audience is, and he's even come out on his streams in these past few months. Like, I think he's starting to realize that the audience he's cultured is fucking unhinged. And but I think the problem is that Hassan he's gone down that hole. He's far too gone. I don't think he can turn back because he's got that point now. If he was, I think his entire community would turn against him. You know, like Hassan's got to realize that the amount of friendships he's probably lost and people who don't talk to him anymore because of the content he makes. You know, and I genuinely, I don't think Hassan believes half the shit he actually says. I think he literally only does it to try to stay relevant.
Got rid of natural selection? We did. 100%. We cured it. We cured natural selection. You know, this to bring up the question is making society safe from causes Quangos to spawn, but not doing that lowers your country stats? No. No. What?
You can't. It doesn't matter. The Quangos, as she puts it, you're never gonna stop it. You know they're gonna always be there. They're gonna keep coming. It's just how it's gonna be.
Walla Walla, what caused this is the welfare state. The welfare state is what caused this. Socialistic systems caused this because people are incredibly adaptable and people will try to do their best to survive if you take away their ability to get shit for free. I just want you to know that you've changed my opinion on having.
Like I said, people will do shit for free. You know, like I work in retail. You go on the Reddit, people are like, "Hey, they don't prosecute these stores. They don't prosecute you. They don't do anything if you're stealing. They're telling the employees to not call the cops on you." So what happens is that all these criminals they get wind of it. It's like, "Oh, okay, cool. We'll just go to this this Walgreens or CVS or this Walmart and we'll just start stealing shit. They're not gonna call the cops on us." as someone who work, like I said, I work in retail. I have to deal with the same shoplifters, the same home people that come in my store every day, stealing the dumbest, stupid shit, and they don't even need it. A lot of times they're stealing it because they want to go sell it to somebody. I had a guy a few weeks ago come in the store, and obviously I'm not supposed to, but I did. I met him by the door. Hey man, what are you doing with this stuff? You can't be stealing this right here. He said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't." Okay, I'll. And so he starts taking out his pocket. And he puts it on the table. He's got two things of ice cream, two 20-ounce bottles of Sprite, and two small packs of batteries. And I'm like, why the fuck is he like? It's the same thing. All these guys like. I'm like, why is he stealing batteries and ice cream? What is with home people stealing batteries and ice cream? He then tells me, "Hey man, the large pack of batteries, they're not locked up." I'm like, okay. I'm thinking to myself like, dude, like, what fucking difference does it make? What, are you trying to say because the small batteries are not locked up, they're okay to steal? It generally it blows my mind at how fucking stupid these people are. And if I was to sit there and call the cops while these people are in store stealing, and the cops come in there to catch them, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna write down their information, their name, their date, the day of birth, and their address, and they're gonna hand it to me on a little note pad or whatever, and they're gonna say, "All right, here's the information. Go to the magistrate's office and take out charges on them." Dude, do you think I got fucking time to fucking constantly do that shit? It's like, what happened to back in the day when the cops used to fucking arrest people for doing a crime and taking them in jail? No, they don't do that. Some states and cities, how they handle crimes are completely different. A city that's away from mine, they do things completely different. If they see somebody stealing, they're taking them to jail. But in this particular city where I'm at, they don't do that. They don't they say, oh, their excuse is we get too many calls. We don't have time to take out warrants or charges against everybody. You go do it. You basically we hand you the information and you go do it yourself. I'm telling you, you have any idea how time consuming this is? As somebody, and let me get wrong, you will not get paid for this. Going to court here, it takes out so much time of your day. It just doesn't. It doesn't work. I'm all for showing up if they need me to testify, but I had to go to courts, and these lawyers, this is how they do it. It is so warped how the court system works. You'll go to court for somebody who stole. I took people to court for stealing something as cheap as a $1.99 lipstick or lip gloss, and it's like, all right, and it's just a simple trespassing charge. Don't go there, or misdemeanor larceny. They're like, all right, you know what the lawyer does? He gets it gets it continued. He gets it continued. He gets it continued again. Oh, she's going to rehab. Can we get it continued again? Eventually, the entire point of the lawyer doing this is that one of these days he hopes you don't show up. If you don't show up, just like that, the case is just dismissed. It's entirely they just continually do it over and over and over to waste your time until eventually it gets dropped. That's how fucked our system is when it comes to like crimes like that, small petty thefts. Unless it's like something doing with assault and battery, cops in my city, they won't even touch it. They just will not touch it. That's just how sad it's gotten.
Kids, I was unsure whether I wanted, but you helped me realize that population birth rate crisis is no laughing matter. It's not just that, okay? Like,
oh, another thing, homeless people love stealing Tide Pods and scent beads. Don't ask me why. I know what they're doing with it. They're selling it to somebody. I don't know who they're selling it to. I've heard rumors they go to Iranian gas stations and they buy it off of them. That sounds wild to me, but supposedly that's what happens. They steal it and go to these gas stations and they buy it from them. When I used to live in New York, people used to steal grocery carts of nothing but ice cream. You tell me, what in the fuck are you doing with ice cream? How fast are you got to be moving somewhere to turn ice cream for a profit?
I appreciate it, and I hope you do have kids, right? But let me tell you something. It's not only that, okay? So the population birth rate crisis is not just about having more people specifically. Like, just, it's not about having just more people. We need people. We need more people from families that will teach their kids good values. That's what we need specifically.
Yeah, that's true. The problem is like these systems in place is just entirely corrupt. Changes have to happen on like a government level. And I just don't see it happening. Not in our lifetime. I think the system is so fucked.
So I'm gonna be real with you. I don't really care if Quangos reproduce. Like, I'm just being real. I really don't. I actually kind of hope they don't. And the reason why I say that is not because I want there to be less people. That's not the point. The reason I say that is because I think that they will drag everyone down. Like, I think that if you have people, raising their kids properly, having high quality people that are smart, educated, in the things that matter. Smart, educated in the things that matter, people with good values. If you have those people and then you have Quangos actively drag everybody down. We need harsher penalties too. Well, I don't even think we need harsher penalties. I think we just need penalties, period. We need penalties to be.
No, well, if cops would, if they would actually prosecute, maybe we fine. But I think there should be harsher penalties. The city I live in, homeless people are dumped from other cities to my city. They pay these guys $100 and they dump them to another location. I think if we got a little bit more extreme with it, obviously you have to heavily weigh the crime. But I think if we start cutting off fingers or hands for stealing certain items, I think the crime would drop a lot. I think somebody who should probably steal a TV from Walmart or go in there to steal a pack of batteries, I think they would be far more inclined to not steal ever again. Now, I'm not going to say we should cut the hands off people who steal like necessity out of like food or something like that. Obviously, you have to weigh the situation towards a crime. But I feel like if we were a little bit more extreme in that, or harsher punishments, I think people would not do that. As it is now, people can steal and not get in trouble for it. It's just sad.
Forced. Like, if you steal, you should go to jail. It's that, dude. How ridiculous is that? That, like, me saying that is like, how is that even a thing? How am I here saying, like, guys, if you steal, you should go to jail? It's like, wow, what a profound thing to say,
Yeah.
Leaflit.
It sounds crazy, doesn't it?
Maybe we need to bring back caning, dude. Maybe Singapore is the way. Maybe we need to bring back caning, bro. There's just no consequences anymore, man. There's no consequences.
There really
Steal
isn't.
whatever you want, no consequences.
You really can.
It's so stupid. The only people who have consequences, like,
And they know.
guys, the only people that have consequences are
If you're home, if they are live, if trust me, if you have people in your area, if once they find out that this business doesn't charge or press do anything as far as crime against stealing, the cops don't do anything. It will continue to come in your city and keep stealing.
actual law-abiding people. They'll get you for everything. They'll nickel and dime you for everything. Oh, you parked here a little bit too long. Oh, that's a fine. Oh, you were speeding like 2 miles per hour over. Oh, that's a ticket. Oh, you didn't like completely stop at that stoplight. That's a ticket. Meanwhile, they have actual fucking barbarians just stealing shit for free.
Yeah,
it's actually unreal. Like, we live in like just total like it's I don't know. I don't even know anymore. Dude, this is why I keep saying we need to get to space and get the fuck away from these people.
it's as much as I just don't think I don't think it's gonna ever happen. The change it's not it's gonna happen. I think our government's just too corrupt in this anymore. So. Hey, it was a good video, guys. Let me know what your comments are, what you think about it in the section below, or give me as always, I don't like asking for this kind of stuff, but look, any type of likes or even dislikes, that would be greatly appreciated. And if you enjoyed it, hell, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. Thanks and have a good day.